If you own a Tesla, I want you to stop and watch this video. Teslas are prone to eat up your rear tires. And specifically speaking, we are talking about inner tire wear. Chances are you're here watching this video because you want to fix it. And today, I am going to show you how to fix the inner tire wear on your Tesla. What is happening, automotive fanatics? It's Peter, your automotive fanatic, coming at you guys with another product installation. Those of you who are returning to my channel and checking out another video, thank you so much for the support. Those of you new to the channel, welcome. Here on my channel, I show you guys how to do basic DIY things in a fun manner and to show you that you can do it successfully. So I hope that you go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel and make sure you smash that like button, as it does help me kind of move up the chain of videos on YouTube. Today's video, we're gonna go ahead and concentrate on the Tesla, specifically the Model X. You have N2itive's SX-P2 rear camber arms that are completely adjustable. Now, one very common problem with the Teslas, you have a substantial amount of camber wear in the rear tires. Now, camber does eat up some of your inner wear, but really what causes a lot of the inner tire wear is your toe, believe it or not. And toe is essentially how your tires are going to be facing when they're going forward. So whether they're actually pointing forward like this or actually back, that can quickly destroy your inner tires much faster than camber, which is actually going to be the angle of how your tires look when you've got load on the vehicle. From my understanding, the Tesla does allow toe adjustments, but it is somewhat limited. You can pick up some toe adjustable arms as well that you can install, but more or less, most people are going to install the adjustable camber arms. Now, for the Model X, it isn't too difficult of a procedure. The first thing that you need to do is you need to jack up the car, make sure that it's nice and safe, and it is in jack mode. Once you have the wheel off, what you want to go ahead and do is you want to remove the inner camber arm bolts, which is going to be 2. They're going to be, I believe, an 18. From there, you're going to go ahead and remove the one bolt that holds the outer portion of the camber arm off. That's going to be a 21. And then the installation is just reverse order. I will provide you guys the torque specs so that you can do the job 100% correctly. So without further ado, we're going to dive right in to this Model X and show you how to install the N2itive specialized rear camber arms for your car. Here we have the driver's side upper rear camber arm. You're going to remove this bolt here as well as the accompanying bolt over there. I had mentioned that those are 18s. They're actually 16s. So you remove those. And then you've got the outer camber arm bolt here. This is going to be a 21. So simply just remove this. Remove both of these over here. And I would also suggest with the wheel hub, if you have access to another jack where you can keep this lifted up or supported, that would be ideal. Another thing, you do want to go ahead and remove this first, as it is attached to the camber arm. So I will go ahead and remove both of these, as well as this, undo this, and pull out the camber arm. Camber arm is out. That 21 was removed, and then we went ahead and removed those 16s. Pretty simple stuff. This is going to be the box that N2itive sends to you that has their SXP2 arms. And frankly, I have always been impressed with their quality. This is no different. Here are going to be their arms, and when you pick it up, I will tell you right now, this is no joke of an arm. It is heavy. It's, I believe it's actually forged, so you know the quality is there. Everything that is designed here, it's just amazing. You've got your bushing that looks fantastic. You've got your locking mechanism here that allows you to adjust the camber, which is great. Overall, this is amazing. In addition to this here, they've got a few warnings, and very few companies, if any, they actually provide you a little tool here that allows you to adjust this here. I don't know any other company that provides that. Yes, you can use a wrench, but sometimes you don't have that 30 millimeter that's supposed to be in here. So that's why they do provide it. Kudos to N2itive. This is going to be the other side, but that is what you're going to get. Super high quality stuff. When you are about to install the arms, you want to keep in mind these are side specific. This is going to be your driver's side OEM setup. It says left. This is going to be the N2itive arm. Now you want to go ahead and essentially match it. Here you can have a better look. The design, it's pretty much just like that. I'm going to grab the passenger side and I'll show you. Here's the passenger side, and as you can tell, it is totally different in terms of facing the front ends here. So this is your passenger side. The other side is actually going to be looking more like this here. Here I have the arm installed, and I wanted to go over some very crucial points that N2itive does cover as well. From factory, or I should say from N2itive, these arms here are the same length as the OEM arms. When you try to put it in, you're going to have some difficulty trying to align this bolt here, because the whole assembly here actually goes inside, so it's pushed inside to create even more camber, and it's very difficult to actually push the entire wheel assembly out to align it. So what N2itive does recommend for you to do is you want to loosen this tightening bolt here. There is a clamp here that also you want to loosen, and then what you're able to do is you're able to shorten this arm to match so that the bolt can go through. Otherwise, you are going to do a lot of fighting, and it's a fight you're probably not going to win. So just kind of pay attention to that there. What I did was, once I was successfully able to put the arm in, turning this here is going to be very difficult without the tool they give you. So all I did, I put it right in here like such, like that there, and then I was able to lengthen the arm to go against the number of turns that I had actually turned. And to give you an idea, I had to shorten it by 3 complete revolutions. And then all I did was, once I put it fully installed, I just lengthened it by 3. From here, what you're going to do, you're just simply going to tighten these here. N2itive does mention to tighten this one to roughly 15 foot-pounds, and I can give you the torque specs on this one as well, but I probably wouldn't go too tight, because your alignment shop will have to loosen these to be able to adjust that arm. So we're fully in. I will go ahead and include the torque spec for this one as well as this one, and we're going to wrap up the installation here. For the other side, it's exactly the same. With the installation of the N2itive's camber arm for the Model X, I am thoroughly impressed with the quality as well as the ease of the installation of these arms. N2itive has definitely stepped up their game. Now I will tell you guys, the product for the X and the S, it is not cheap by any means. However, when you look at it, when you install it, you can really tell that N2itive, they have done a thorough R&D of these camber arms. They also sell camber arms for virtually every Tesla out there. You've got the Y, the 3, even the Cybertrucks, the S and the X. So you're fully covered if you own a Tesla. I do hope that you guys agree that installation was very easy. It wasn't complicated at all. Really no special tools to get this task done. So I know you guys can do it. I do want to go ahead and thank this Model X volunteer for allowing me to install these camber arms in her Model X Plaid. It is a beautiful vehicle. Now she no longer has to worry about camber wear on the rear tires. Of course, you do have to align it after, but now she can drive thousands of miles without worrying about having to buy new tires due to excessive camber wear. If you do find that the installation is too complicated, and if you're local to Orange County and want me to install it, make sure to reach out to me. I can definitely get it done for you without an issue. I do want to go ahead and thank all my subscribers as well as new possible subscribers to the channel for stopping by, checking out another DIY. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and come on back for more content on my channel. Until the very next time, my automotive fanatic family, this is Peter, your automotive fanatic, signing off.